Got a box set. That,
Hello, folks. It's
good.
Wednesday,
45 RPM,
and
so
I'm
6. They've been doing this.
just checking. My camera's acting a little wonky. Cheers, folks. What is It's the 9th of April. Somebody I know's birthday is coming up. It's either today or tomorrow. Cheers, people. I was just watching the In-Groove's video today for he's showing everything he's getting into a record store day. I just started to watch it, but I'm not wild about record store day. I've shared this before, but it turns out that a fella from Omaha was part of the original think tank that put together Record Store Day. And he said, as far as he's concerned, it's been a total failure regarding what their original intent was. And it's just turned into a naked money grab that was originally to shine a light on independent record stores and to promote sales there. It may have done that, but inadvertently, the other thing it's done is what we just said, naked money grab. I haven't seen anything that I'm really excited about regarding Record Store Day. It doesn't mean I won't participate, but it's what it is. It's just like, rehash and scraping the bottom of the barrel regarding certain artists. It's like anything they can find to release, especially after they've died, like David Bowie and other folks like that, Zappa even. Cheers, people. So, got a couple things to show you that I listened to. Mostly this is just, it's like almost like a Dear Diary every day on camera. I've been thinking about, today is check day for a lot of us Social Security people, and thankfully it arrived, but it's like with Trump in office, you have to wonder, how long, before they try to come and get that. Strange times. It does color my mood. I noticed that yesterday. I'm very familiar with depression, and so I know that it's, there are different causes for it, and I have no reason to be depressed, or don't. But this mood just comes over me, and it's not a particular thought. It's literally a wave of feeling, and I let it go, and the aftermath of it is, just reflecting upon the dystopian times that we live in. So anyway, to get to some music here, I ended up watching some TV last night. PBS, actually watched television. Public Broadcasting System here in the Midwest last night showed this thing on funk, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. The history of funk, it was pretty good. What I liked about it in particular was how Sly has really come into focus thanks to Questlove of the Roots and his movie, which I still haven't seen. But it's like Sly is being recognized for the giant and the innovator in not only music, but really he was helpful to the civil rights movement through his actions and his music. I love Sly. It led to a listen last night because they talked about Afrobeat, which I love, but it was interesting how they showed historically the importance of when James Brown went to Africa in the 60s and how it was cross-pollination. The Africans were inspired by James Brown as much as we bring our African roots to the American funk from the get-go. And so that I learned that through that clip last night, that Soul Makossa by Manu Dibango. That was a fluke the way it became an international hit. It was the B-side of a national anthem. And it got flipped over, and next thing you know, it's an international hit. It's not on this album, but I pulled this thinking, I know I got some Manu Dibango still. Afrovision, a French import. And this is some good stuff. All kinds of music in this collection. I've got more Afrobeat, obviously Fela, but I've got other folks, Kwame Nkrumah and Princess Obey, and some other folks whose names don't come to mind right away. Manu Dibango, that was enjoyable. Now, I haven't played this yet, but this was next to it in the, because these records stick together when I pull them out, they're so jammed together. I have to play this. When I found this at a thrift store, and at first I thought, well, it's probably just nothing, but this is a collector's item. Los Diablos. I showed this to my Mexican friend Hugo, and we were talking, and actually had it with me, and he was talking to his dad on the phone, or they ended up in a conversation, and Hugo asked him, Dad, do you remember Los Diablos? And his dad, oh yes, Los Diablos, and he went into a story about them. So I'll have to pop this on today to remember what it sounds like. But as I said yesterday, I got turned on to the wonder of the music of the world early on. I thank my parents, and also I thank the Beatles for opening that door even further. I don't have particular favorites. The reason why there's such a Eurocentric seeming focus to my collection is because of the trajectory of my life. You know, pop music, rock and roll, those being the musics of my youth, and the focus through the Beatles. That's why it's like that, okay? So last night, it was also cool to hear from Guy Segers, bass player from the Eclectic Maybe Band, formerly of Universe Zero, Present, and other bands. He shared that for a minute he was supposed to play with the Swedish band Sama Mama's Mana. And that would work because Guy he's Belgian, but he's a very accomplished bass player. He's one of those bass players, to me, in the like Yannick Top of Magma. Very expressive, plays hard, and has a distinct sound and approach. So as a result of that, I decided to listen to his music for my night listens. And this is the latest Eclectic Maybe Band, Cosmic Light Clusters. And he works with the cream of the crop regarding modern, progressive, and jazz. And this is still a little impenetrable for me. I don't quite get what's going on here just yet, not clearly. Not like this one. I've got 4 of their albums, but this is the other one I played. And this is a killer. This is killer. This really came through. Eclectic Maybe Band. Bars Without Measures. And I think partially why I like this one, or this one grabbed me more last night, is because of the grooves on this. This starts off so-so. The first track on this, I thought, oh, Casanova, that's okay. But number 2 onwards is killer. The second track, Senseless Ostensibly. They just kick it off, and they just keep it going. I'm looking at the players here. He's just working with the best. Sean Rickman on drums on the second track. I kind of knew it. I thought I recognized him. I'm on a couple tracks with Sean Rickman on Dave Newhouse records. Never met him, but we played together. We're on records together. I highly recommend this one. Eclectic Maybe Band. And it was also funny, I'll share it with this. When I Guy was a guest on the channel. We may talk again on camera. I just haven't. It hasn't been an issue of interest to me. It can happen again. But he shared with me that the name of the band, Eclectic Maybe Band, is a play on Jimi Hendrix's title, Electric Ladyland. It's pretty cool. So a couple of records, and I still keep not pulling them, but there's records that I keep thinking about showing because people talk about them like these are records that you should hear. And let me see if I got it. Come on. Yeah. So here's one of them I've been thinking about showing. I had an original when it came out. Should have kept it. But this is one of those records, if you've never heard it, you ought to hear it. Suicide, Alan Vega, Martin Rev. Frankie Teardrop, right away. Frankie Teardrop, that's what you need to hear, okay? This is the past and the future just rammed together. This is very intense. This is a really nice book, nice package too. This reissue with all the pictures and stuff. Shit, it's got a poster even. Well, a flat. Beautiful red vinyl. Now, besides Frankie Teardrop, Cherry Baby, Cherry on here. Could have been a hit. As weird and as spacey and strange as it sounds like the 50s. For real, it does. Space age, futuristic thinking, looking 50s. This is amazing. And, pardon me for those stupid sounds. There was another one, if I can just spot it right quick, that, see, people be talking about these records. I know this isn't the coolest, but is it right here? There we go. I know that's rude, folks, but rather than preparing for these things, it's like I have sometimes in the past, it's just wing it, just go. So another, okay, so that's what I started to talk about and then lost my train of thought yesterday. What I've also been watching, and I'll look up the websites or the channels on YouTube, is I've been watching a couple of channels where their whole premise is 10 bands that you've never heard of, or 10 groups from the 70s that completely disappeared, or influential and gone without a trace. Pardon me. Never mind. You can find this stuff easily online. But some of the bands they talk about, like that Suicide, comes up in one of them as well as others. And this band, Sir Lord Baltimore. And I do have to agree, this is an original of this one. I have the other one, which is even better. Used to have an original of it, I have a reissue. I agree that this is some early 70s hard rock that was informing other folks. It's like these riffs, not this one so much as the other. I'm going to open this up because it's nice. This plays well, but it's defaced on the inside from the previous owner. But I've been thinking to just show these because I really like this, and the vocals are crazy. They sound like the person is half out of his mind. The music is absolutely smashing. Hard rock, Sir Lord Baltimore. Love this cover. Three-piece, and they play hard. This is, if you've never heard this is real good. I don't know what year this reissue is, but it's Mercury. If I've got it correctly, Mercury Records originated in Chicago, if I got that straight. Cool label. They put out some... Okay. I need to get some new plastics. Okay, I'll be getting some drastic on Friday. So when I grabbed those, because the records are jammed together, I'll show what came with them. The beginning of my Siouxsie The Banshees, although they're not in order. This is The Rapture. I think this is one of their last albums when they were breaking up, and it sounds like it. It sounds like it's over. And this glows in the dark. It's a... That's kind of a silly thing to me, you know, regarding records, making records that glow in the dark, you know. Oh, I'm gonna get this thing full of light and then turn the lights out and listen to it. Of course, I have done it. Love Siouxsie, as you know. That's a so-so album. There's a couple of decent songs in it, but mostly it's just like they're done. And the other thing that was sitting next to it, Siron, Massy, Autin, Cerf. Jazz rock. These are not names known to me, but this was, I got turned on to this by John Coltrane 68. If you're still around, friend, hello. This is good. I can't remember, I can't hear it in my head though. That's what I have today though, folks. So I got a real nice, pleasant surprise yesterday. I got a phone call from my friend Everett, who lives in Ecuador. Turns out he's in town for a little while. So I'm hoping that he follows through and comes to my show Friday night. That would be cool because Everett has never seen me perform. I think he's only ever seen me back when I was in the family band playing drums, but I don't think he's ever seen me play any of my music. So I'm excited about that. I hope he shows, and the fact that he might show actually has influenced the choices that I'm making to play. I have such a variety. I mean, I even have a couple of Afrobeat tracks where I wanted to see, can I do Afrobeat? Well, I sure can. And I have tentatively one of them for my program for Friday to play. We'll see. But I've been enjoying that because I have the ambient, I have the straight electronic, I have the things that are real groove oriented, and then I just have my music that it's just the music I like to make. A lot of choices. So that's what I'll be doing today, is working on that again. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, up to 70 today, so we'll get outside. Family, friends, I hope everyone's hanging tough in these strange times, in these stupid tariff times. Stupid felon, rapist, racist piece of shit that we have for a president. It's ridiculous. Gotta say it, because it's fucking with my vibe. Have a good day, evening, whatever.